Hi, welcome to my team. My name's Marge. I'm an empath, and I like to do these little, my daily take on things. How I see stuff. I've always seen stuff a little bit different. Years and years and years, I say things, and people go, you know, Marge, you're right. I hear that a lot more than I'm wrong, but who's keeping track? Anyway, I collect data. I sit back, I watch, I take it all in. Every now and again, I'm fiery though, so I react. Not always right or the correct manner. Okay, I like to say I out-ass the asses. I can do it by the masses. Not really well liked. I like a lot of things that other people like. I like that show Big Bang Theory. It ended last night. He did it proper justice. Sheldon, he found his way. I'm a Sheldon. We're all a little bit of a Sheldon. We're all just different shades of the same color spectrum. We make it up the same color wheel. You know, we just all have our own little take on it. Sit on there. We're gonna be a little ray of sunshine or a little freaking pain in the ass, you know. It's what the world's coming down to. You a helper, or do you hinder just because you feel like it? There's a lot of people that help just because they feel like it, but there's more people that hinder just because they feel like it. Doesn't matter where they, what field they're in, they're everywhere. They're in every job, they're in every paradigm. Their freaking soul sucks. They're life drainers. Somebody wants that. They freaking feel tiny in themselves. Come on, Artie Pants. So they gotta freaking take from other people, even with feelings. Tut-tut! Got a brother's ear. He's not gonna get out of his brother's ear, but I'm not gonna stop my train of thought. Come on, Artie Pants. Come on over, Artie Pants. Keep on moving, don't stop, no. Artie Pants, he said my mom. Okay, he likes it under there. You wanna go under there? Nope. Okay. Just a massage. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, the helpers or the hinders. I don't know. I'm on a media boycott right now. It's messing with my serenity level, so I'm on a media blackout. I don't care what happens, goes on in the world. The only world that I have is right here. You know, what I can see, touch, taste. I just brushed my teeth after eating onions. So right now I'm tasting purple onions and toothpaste, bleh. That's what I was telling a kid yesterday. I'm like, are you saving the world? He's like, every little bit that I can. I'm like, well, when people say that, all they mean is your own world and your own proximity. There's a story, what is it? Allegory of the Cave. I've talked about it before. I did a video, I talk about it, an algorithm of the cave. See, our perception creates reality, you know, but if we're not clear on what we're perceiving, we take in all kinds of accounts of stuff that, you know, dipping in and out of different timelines that aren't necessarily real. You know? Yeah. Happens all the time. Other people put different words on it, like schizophrenia, you know, they think they're hearing voices, you know. A priest says he's hearing voices, he says it's God, and he's, you know, he's an important person. Somebody in lower standing, you know, and they're supposed to claim a vow of poverty, so somebody in less standing than a priest says it, you know, a nobody, and he ends up incarcerated, being sedated, just freaking obliterated out of his mind because somebody, you know, thinks that doesn't believe him, you know. Look at all those people that, you know, make rules and laws. That my body's never been my own body. I've never thought it was. I've never thought I was a free, sovereign being. You know, never, ever. I started my I became a woman, whatever. I started my period when it was like a week after my 9th birthday. That's some bullshit right there, first of all. And then they're so extreme with the cramps and everything. And then people just always told me to suck it up. suck it. I'm just like, you don't know how this feels, you know? It's like every time this happens, and then every dude, I just want to freaking rack him in the junk, you know? I just want to freaking rack him, you know? So you can have some sort of simulate, some sort of taste about what this feels like, yeah. That I get to experience, you know, 12 times 45, you know, because anyway, so, you know, it's the women that need the hazardous duty pay because they're the ones that are getting ripped from one hole to the next, you know. They're the one, you know, it's all this imbalance. I don't even feel bad. I'm not even really a big old fan of dudes. I don't freaking hate them, but I ain't never met a bunch of them. Like maybe on one hand, how many were really cool stand-up guys, you know. It's funny, it's like, I was a little girl. I freaking came home, or I had to go see my Greg father figure down, you know, and he worked in the oil fields, and he'd come home from work, and I'm so tired, and everybody did everything for him, and, you know, on weekends you had to be super, or, you know, when he drove truck, you had to be super, super quiet and not make a sound, because, you know, Precious was sleeping and all this stuff. No, don't be anything about who you are, don't be a kid, you know, because Precious is sleeping, it was all about Precious. Everybody always said it was always about Precious, you know, everyone, when you mentioned him, he was the baby, and he was spoiled, and he got to do everything he wanted. Yeah. It would not be nice. Anyway. You know, take off my boots. I worked hard all day, you know. I'd be like, all freaking weird little, you know, just wanted to, oh yeah, I'll take off your boots because I love you and I think you're great, and I'll just take off your boots, and I just want to help, you know, and I take off his boots, you know, and his freaking ranky ass, freaking stinky ass feet, you know, ha ha, that's funny, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, and then I grew up and I started working in these paradigms, freaking Air Force and IT, you know, all these where they're just all men, everywhere men, and they're gonna treat me just like, you know, one of the guys, because there's no freaking advantage of trying to woo me, right? There's no reason to try and, you know, get on my, because there's not going to get anything, so what's the point? So that's how I've always gotten really good about seeing how people are. And then I started calling them out, you know, because everywhere, they'd always stand around and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh my god, it freaking clicked. You guys freaking say you work so hard and do all this stuff, and you're really not. So you're a liar and you're lazy. Yeah. So I hope you don't go home and tell your wives how hard you work, because maybe they work, like, really bust their ass, like, an hour and a half, and then the rest of the time they're just, like, freaking, you know, telling wiener stories. I don't know. Dudes are dumb. They're freaking not really smart, you know? Not a whole lot of them. Nope, look at the world we're in, and they're the ones in charge, and that's how we got there. I always thought it was weird that people believe in God. God's man. Man create war. Man create things to destroy things. Men like to blow things up and freaking, you know, farts are funny and all that shit. Stop. So, I'm a little hostile, and they're all firing up too, spinning ones. Anyway, I'm gonna run off and go do some laundry, and I think that's about all I got for today. There's a lot of women that act like that too. Let me balance this out a little bit. It's when people are energetically imbalanced, when there's too much masculine in a man's body, or too much feminine in a woman's body, or too much masculine in a feminine body, or too much feminine in a masculine body. It's the imbalance that makes people a jerk. It's not their gender or sex or preference or any of that stuff. People get it all twisted. We're just a spirit. People need to forget about our soul sacks and what we look like. People just need to really go by how they act, and they're not doing that. And look where we are. Maybe it'll get better, but maybe it won't. Who knows? Hope you have a rad day. Peace.